The Good Samaritan might have had nothing but good intentions, but everyone remembers him because he also had money. Margaret Thatcher, former Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. It is said that there are only 6 ways to acquire money and achieve wealth, and it never goes beyond these 6 methods. Someone gives you money as a gift for any reason. You inherit the money, you win it in casinos or lotteries, you steal it, you marry into it, you borrow it, and finally, you make the money. Let's be rational as we quickly look at these methods. The first 3 methods, someone giving you money as a gift, inheriting money, or winning the lottery, are things that cannot be rationalized and are often entirely subject to fate. As for stealing money, if we set aside the ethical aspect of it, it is utterly unfeasible because the chances of getting caught are high, not to mention that you will live your whole life in anxiety over the moment your deed is discovered, leading you to prison. Marrying into money, meaning marrying wealthy individuals, may seem attractive but is undoubtedly filled with problems, not to mention many personal compromises that not everyone can make. Borrowing money can also provide you with a large amount quickly, but it will burden you for many years as you repay it. Not to mention the constant feeling of entrapment that can only be escaped after repaying the debt, or else the fate of the money thief will be yours, prison. So we are left with the only way to attract money, which is making it. A way that the vast majority of people compete for, and everyone realizes that only a very limited number of them can build real wealth through it, prompting the recurring question, why do a limited number of people achieve significant wealth while most fail? And more importantly, how do they achieve it? A new study to understand the matter over many years, with thousands of books, articles, and detailed analyses theorizing about how to acquire money and achieve wealth in all its aspects. This subject remains intensely studied, not only by those who have experienced wealth and decided to share their experiences with others, but also by academic researchers interested in linking numbers, psychological phenomena, and social phenomena to wealth opportunities and financial freedom achieved by some people over others. Thomas Corley, an American accountant and financial planner, decided to conduct a deeper study on this subject. Published on several Western platforms, most notably the economic site CNBC, Corley began his study, which he called Rich Habits Study, in 2004 and completed it in 2007, during which he asked questions and collected data from 233 individuals who could be described as wealthy, coming from different backgrounds and economic situations. The study is unique in 3 ways. First, it did not target billionaires or those with enormous fortunes, but rather those who reached a wealth of several millions, the so-called millionaires or multimillionaires, making it more realistic for the reader. Second, although it was conducted in America, its general principles can be generalized to all countries with differing numbers according to economic conditions. Third, and most importantly, Corley classified all results into 4 ways that include the main paths to becoming a millionaire, some easier according to the study, and some difficult and highly risky. The first path: the kings of saving and investing. It can be said that we are talking about the traditional way to accumulate wealth, which Corley described as the easiest way in appearance because it does not require exceptional skills as much as it requires complete immersion in a long-term financial strategy. According to Corley's study, about 22% of the wealthy segment in his study managed to reach their million-dollar fortunes by following this path. According to the study, the saving and investing path allowed some to reach their first million by the end of their 30s and achieve several millions by their mid-50s, while others took more than 30 years to join the Millionaire Club. This path is governed by a comprehensive lifestyle that can be described as a delicate balance in saving, spending, and financial investment. Corley's study does not link this path to specific jobs for its followers, but indicated that the preference is always for those who started their career early and had jobs that can be described as middle-class jobs, considering the differences between countries and wages worldwide. It can be said that those who walk the path of saving and investing share fixed characteristics, the first of which is that they prefer to give up many luxuries in their lives in favor of saving money, and saving is always a preferred option over spending. The study says they save no less than 20% of their income consistently, regardless of circumstances, and then start investing their savings early in low-risk investment systems such as bank investments, savings and insurance plans, and long-term investment plans. Over time, these investments grow, and the wealth accumulates. The essential principle here is consistency and patience. Those who follow the saving and investing path are not looking for quick wins. Instead, they are focused on long-term growth. They understand the power of compound interest and use it to their advantage. This path requires a disciplined approach to money management, where every expenditure is carefully considered and investments are regularly reviewed and adjusted as needed. The second path, the company climbers. The company climbers are individuals who have climbed the corporate ladder within large organizations. They have steadily advanced through the ranks, taking on increasing responsibilities and leadership roles. According to Corley's study, about 20% of millionaires followed this path. Company climbers typically start their careers in entry-level positions and work their way up through promotions and internal opportunities. They often possess strong leadership skills, strategic thinking, and the ability to work well within corporate structures. Their success is built on their ability to deliver results, manage teams, and contribute to the growth and profitability of their organizations. This path requires a long-term commitment to a single organization or industry, as well as the ability to navigate corporate politics and build a strong professional network. While it may take many years to reach the top, those who succeed can achieve significant financial rewards and long-term job security. The third path, the virtuosos. This path involves individuals who possess a high level of expertise or skill in a particular field, often referred to as virtuosos. These individuals are typically professionals such as doctors, lawyers, engineers, or anyone who has spent a significant amount of time developing a specialized skill set. According to Corley's study, about 19% of millionaires followed this path to accumulate their wealth. Virtuosos are highly knowledgeable and skilled in their respective fields, which allows them to command high salaries or fees for their services. Their expertise makes them invaluable, and they often find themselves in high demand. This high level of demand translates into substantial earnings, which can then be saved and invested. However, becoming a virtuoso requires years of education, training, and continuous learning. It is not an easy path, as it demands a significant investment of time and effort. But for those who have the dedication and passion for their field, it can be a highly rewarding way to achieve millionaire status. The fourth path, the dreamers. Dreamers are individuals who have pursued their passions and turned them into profitable ventures. This group includes entrepreneurs, creators, and innovators who have started their own businesses or developed unique products or services. According to the study, about 28% of millionaires achieve their wealth through this path. The dreamer's path is often the most challenging and risky. Challenges: long working hours, typically longer than standard working hours. Stressful lifestyle affects social life details. High risks, constant possibility of failure, frustration and problems. Lack of external motivation. Traditionalists do not understand the value or ambition of a dreamer's lifestyle. Easier lifestyle options increase the burden and may lead them to consider abandoning their dreams. Is this path suitable for you? Yes, if you have decided not to work in traditional job roles. You have a clear, long-term goal. You do not rely on motivation from others. You achieve something new every day. You are capable of overcoming failure, even if it happens multiple times. In conclusion, it can be said that the common point agreed upon by this study and other literature over the years is that wealth accumulation, like anything else, is subject to personal differences, individual tolerance levels, ways of thinking, and each person's perseverance in their pursuit of it. The path you decide to take after reading this report may not be suitable for another reader reading the same lines at the same moment.